Good morning everybody, and welcome to my monthly golf tip. Today we're going to be talking about setup and the consistency that is required for you to play good golf every single time. So in an interview a number of years ago, when Peter Kessler still worked for the Golf Channel, he was interviewing Jack Nicklaus. And he asked Jack Nicklaus, you go at the beginning of every season, you go and see Jack Grout, who's your longtime teacher, and you stay with him for about a month and you work before the tour starts. What do you work on when you go and see Jack Grout? And Jack Nicklaus said, well, we work on the basic fundamentals: grip, stance, posture, alignment. And he said, Peter Kessler said to him, so you work on that for a whole month? And he said, yes. He said, I have tendencies. And he said, I have a tendency to slouch a little bit over the ball. I have a tendency to aim a little bit to the right when I'm set up. He said, so we just work on the same things year after year. And Peter Kessler said to him, now, doesn't that bother you? Doesn't it bother you that you work on exactly the same things year after year? And Jack said, no, it would bother me if we were working on something different every year. So, folks, remember this: all of us have tendencies, and our bodies, without us even realizing it, will slip into those tendencies. So Nicklaus, at the beginning of each season, goes to Jack Grout. Jack Grout knows his swing inside out. The moment he sets up, he can fix whatever he's seeing wrong. So your grip, check your grip every now and again. I would suggest you get someone to take a photograph of your grip. When you're playing really well, take your grip and get someone to photograph your grip. And then if your game is off, get someone to take another photograph and see if the grip is the same. Because the grip, even a very slight movement in the grip, can change the club face at impact, and you can start hooking or slicing or whatever, because the club face is not square at impact and you didn't even realize that your grip had just moved a little bit on the club. So grip, alignment. Now, usually when students come to the school, almost 98% of the students do not have alignment sticks in their golf bag. Folks, these are inexpensive, they're not heavy. I've got 3 in my bag. They stay in my bag 365 days a year. Keep them in your golf bag so that when you go to the range, they're there. Often students will say to me, well, I do have alignment sticks, but they're in my garage or they're in the trunk of my car. You want them on the driving range. So keep them in your bag. You'll never be without your alignment sticks. With alignment, we have 2 lines. So if I'm aiming, there's a yellow flag out there. If I want to aim at that yellow flag, I want to take the club that I'm going to hit with. I'm going to put the butt of the club behind the ball, and I'm going to check that that is pointing right at the flagstick. So if I've got to move it slightly. Right, so I'm going to take an alignment stick and put it down on the ground, roughly where my toes are going to be. And I make sure that the alignment stick is parallel to the club. So now when I pick the club up, I know that that alignment stick is correct. The second alignment stick I put at 90 degrees. Yeah, that's going to help me with ball position. So now when I go in, I make sure my toes are the same distance from the alignment stick here. I take my grip. I can check my ball position and make sure. So now I know for sure that my grip and my alignment is 100% correct. The final thing would be posture. And I want to make sure, as Jack said, he had a tendency to slouch. So what I do in the posture is, first of all, just rest the club against you and let your arms hang and put them onto the thigh and lean forward until your index finger touches the top of your kneecaps. That is your particular posture. Everybody is different. Some people have long arms, some people have short arms, tall, short. You're all going to be slightly different. You want to find what suits you. And this is the way. Let the index finger touch the top of the kneecaps. That sets my spine angle. Now if I relax my arms are going to hang at 90 degrees. That's where, so now I'm also going to be the right distance from the ball. So now my arms are correct, my distance from the ball is correct. The very, very final would be, if you have a tendency like Jack to slouch, take the club, take the butt end of the club and put it against the base of your spine, put your head up against the club, and now lean forward without allowing the head or the base of the spine to come away from the club. Keep that there. Now when I bring the club down, my spine will stay fairly straight. So now that is I now know that I'm 100% correct in my setup. Now what you have to do, and this takes a little bit of patience, is to do that over and over and over. So when we're on the golf course and we don't have this little setup, we want to be able to walk right in and set it up. So you can do this at home in your living room. You don't need to swing the club. Once you get this little station set up, you can go in, check this, that, I can double check this, boom. I know I'm correct. I can maybe do a little swing like that if I want to. But after you've done this 100 times, it's going to be instilled into your subconscious. Your setup will be consistent. Your golf game will be consistent. Thank you.